A hearing in the Georgia election interference case is happening in a Fulton County courtroom today.
Attorneys for former President Trump and several of his co-defendants are seeking to delay or altogether dismiss the high-profile case. Attorneys for Trump, former Georgia Republican Party Chairman David Schaefer, and lawyers Ray Smith and Robert Shealy appeared in court. They sought to dismiss the case for their defendants or dismiss specific counts. Now, this marks the first time Trump's attorneys are presenting arguments in this case. Lawyers for Trump's former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, and for former U.S. Assistant Attorney General Jeffrey Clark are also presenting their arguments today. The defendants filed motions seeking to extend their pre-trial deadlines.
Now, since a Georgia grand jury issued the indictment in August, 4 of Trump's co-defendants have cut deals with prosecutors to plead guilty and testify against the former president in exchange for staying out of jail. Tia Mitchell joins us now. She is a Washington correspondent for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Tia, former President Trump in particular is seeking to dismiss this case on First Amendment grounds. What are his attorneys arguing?
So his attorneys are basically trying to make the argument that anything Trump said around the election, saying the election was stolen, trying to get elected officials to agree with him and take matters in their own hands. They say that was just protected free speech, quite frankly, and that as a political figure, he's allowed to make this kinds of comments without facing retribution, criminal retribution. Now, that's an argument that we've heard throughout 2020, quite frankly, from Trump and his allies, but now it's going to be put to the test from a legal standpoint. We don't expect an immediate ruling. And quite frankly, the judge can also say, this is not something to be decided by me in a pretrial hearing. If you want to make this argument, make it during the trial itself. So there are a lot of things that could come out of what we are hearing from Trump's attorneys today.
So 4 of the 19 defendants indicted in this case have already reached plea deals with prosecutors. Tia, how might that impact today's hearing?
Well, the impact could be particularly if those 4 former co-defendants cooperate with prosecutors. Tell prosecutors and the attorneys, quite frankly, on both sides what they know. We've already heard about some of the testimony that has come from those former co-defendants as they reach their plea agreements. So that could factor into the upcoming cases with the remaining defendants. What did the others say they knew? What did the others say was part of that discussion that prosecutors say was criminal?
And Tia, what's the bottom line? How likely is it that former President Trump's attorneys will actually be successful in getting this case thrown out?
I think that's probably not going to be very likely. Again, the judge, so far, it's been all things have indicated that eventually Trump will face trial for these charges in Fulton County. So again, what the judge could say is that I'm not going to stop this case from proceeding. What I'm trying to do is make sure the case proceeds in a way that is fair and is legal, fair for all involved. And if you want to make these arguments, make them at trial.
All right. Tia Mitchell, thank you.